She's like public enemy number one right now. You have to watch videos with a grain of salt.
I think they're just more open-minded over there.
Like at Nose Guard, and he was a little bitty guy, and he would terrorize them, man. They had no answer for him.
What makes you think you know so much about these secret organizations? They're secret. They're secret.
I mean, does it scare you to be successful? Yo.
Yo. Sorry
What's
about
up, man?
that. Hey, how are you?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. Today was just back to back to back. Been busy since 7:30. Literally.
Yeah, it's been a day.
You too?
Yeah. Yeah, me too, man. Yeah. Got people trying to sue me and stuff.
Sue you? Oh man. Hey, you know, I got, well, I don't know what you're getting sued for, but I got sued by a collection agency once. Forced me to pay.
Really?
Yeah. I know, that's unheard of.
It is unheard of.
And it wasn't big money. It's not like I was getting, you know, it was like, I don't know, it's probably less than
Well, I mean,
1,000.
did they just scare you, or did they like take you to court?
Well, I got the actual court. We didn't end up going in court because I settled.
Nah,
or whatever.
That's game. Yeah, that's not real.
Nah.
They have insurance for that. They write that off. I mean, they good. They just, I mean, but they have tactics that they use.
I will say this. I think it was legit because online I can find it like it's a public record.
That don't mean nothing.
Oh, okay.
They can make it a public record just like they can put it on your credit.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, but those are the tactics. They'll send you these letters, and you know, Jacoby and Myers, you know.
But would they have actually gone through with it?
Yeah, I mean, they go through all that to get their money.
I see. Well, it worked. It worked.
And it probably work a lot. That's why they do it.
Yeah.
But you know, the people that know be like, "I assume I ain't got it." You know.
I was like, man, this is small enough. I was planning on paying it anyways because I wanted to get it off my credit. So, can you get into the details of what you're talking about?
No, not really. It was at one of the businesses though. It's just a money grab, man. I mean, they just feel like they can get $1. Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do you think that's gonna play out, though?
I mean, I'm gonna give it to my insurance company, and they'll probably have an attorney that. I mean, even with my trucking company, man, you know, when somebody's trying, I've had a few people try to sue me with my trucking company. You know, when they ran into me, so what they'll do is they'll have an attorney, and then, you know, my company's attorney will contact me and be like, "This what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna go back and forth, da da da." So, you know, that's why you pay. That's why you have insurance. You know, and you have these businesses. Those people deal with that. These are things, man, that you don't know this type of stuff until you as a business owner. You don't know that you have people coming at you all kinds of ways for all kinds of nonsense, because just to try to see if they can get a $1 out of you, man. It's a sad, sad, sad deal, man.
I don't know what age I was when I first learned about the whole doctors can't tell if your back really hurts or not. So, if you really you get into a crash, hey,
Yeah,
if that FedEx truck hits you, that's some serious money.
that's
you know,
serious money, man.
you
And
know.
and people try to take advantage of that. You go to a restaurant and you leave and you get sick. You get home and your stomach hurting, and you go to the toilet or whatever. They can sue you, and if they can some kind of way prove that they got this from your establishment, then you have
Mhm.
to pay for that.
That one lady sued McDonald's because her coffee was too hot and it burned her.
Yeah, see stuff like that, man. I had a lady try to sue my trucking company one time. Her daughter ran into my trailer, and the daughter was the only one in the car. The mom came to court, and the judge was like, "You," because she was in a wheelchair. The judge was like, "Were you a driver?" She was like, "No, my daughter was." He was like, "Um, where's your daughter? She's not here. Were you there?" "No." Yeah,
Case closed.
case closed. But
That's ignorant.
it turns out that that's what she did.
That's ridiculous. And did you say the mom pulled up in a wheelchair?
The mom was in a wheelchair. Well, she was on one of those little scooters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man, when you own a business, man, and somebody feel like they can get a dollar, because they know you have to be insured for the most part.
Yeah.
And if they feel like they can get a dollar, man, they are trying to get a dollar.
Just another way to make money. Who's that one guy we talk about? White, something white.
Charleston.
Yeah, yeah. And his whole game that he plays.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. He'll
So
slip, and or he'll file harassment or whatever. And I mean, these are legal things, but
yeah,
he's just, you know, it's another form of income.
knows how to finesse the system, man. And
Hmm.
to me, that's the lowest form of human. When you are living your life to come up on the back of somebody else's misfortune, downfall, whatever the case, whatever you want to call it. It's
Yeah,
it's it's a sad, sad situation, man. And it's just, and these, you have people that's just living productive lives and trying to make a living, working hard and trying to make a living, trying to build things, and these are the things that you're faced. That's
right.
one thing. That's only one thing. Um, and this is my response to people who want to own a business, man, or want to own businesses. It's not for everybody. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. It's a lot of stress go with it, a lot of money, sacrifice, bad times, wear and tear. It's not easy, man. It's not easy, bro. You have people
Yeah,
coming at you every day, all day. You're gonna lose family. You're gonna lose loved ones. You're gonna lose friends.
hmm.
And you'll ultimately sometimes you'll find yourself by yourself. And yeah, you may have achieved all your goals, but you kind of it's lonely at the top.
If I could, hopefully this analogy comes out. Right. I think running a business, owning a business, managing a business, all the same thing. I think it's kind of like having a second life, like a second body. But when you're not in control, when you're not active, when you're not in that body, like imagine you can jump from body to body. Life is still moving on and everything, but that body's just sitting still. It's like in order for you to build your business, you have to literally stop focusing on your personal life and jump into that other body. And then you have to balance how you jump back and forth. Because if you
Right.
stay too long over here, that suffers. You stay too long
Yeah.
over here, that suffers.
Yeah. If you want it to be successful, you're right. It's a 24-hour day grinding siege, man, from the physical to the mental, through it all. And you know, that's why you see a lot of these guys, a lot of these ladies, man, they're single.
Mm,
You know,
right.
um, because somebody that's not doing it, they don't really have a good understanding of what's going on.
Mm,
Because the people that's doing it, they can't disclose everything. They
no.
can't tell you everything that's going on. Some of the stuff they don't even, I mean, they don't know it. It's so much you don't, you know what I'm saying? Even if
Yeah.
it's some stuff you want to tell, some stuff is going to be, it's 60%, 80% of you can tell, 20% of you tell, other 80% you leave out.
Yeah, because it's kind of pointless to bring in those details. It's like it serves, it wastes time. The person might not understand. If they
Yeah,
do understand, what are they gonna do with that information? It's just like, just cut it short.
exactly.
This is what I'm dealing with, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's you know, when you get to that level, man, you spend more money, you have way more responsibilities, you have way more people wanting money. And when I say people, I'm not talking about friends. I'm talking about IRS. I'm talking about insurance. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Other companies, you know, can you invest
what
this? Can you invest that?
what's wild is it really is kind of like having a second body, because all of those bills we have personally is just doubling that at a minimum doubling that, because a business can have way more insurance, way more to do with the IRS, way more, all these obligations that you
Mhm.
personally don't have.
Yeah, yeah. And then all the stuff in between. In the last 3 weeks, I've had to get a. In the last 3 weeks, I've had to get a pump for my trailer. I had to buy the day I put the pump on. The next day, no, the same day, airbag busted.
Dang.
So you have to replace that.
How did you
Uh,
find out about that? Did it come out?
I heard it sounds like a tire.
Oh, mm,
And you go back, you go and you look, and you see an airbag is busted wide open. So now the trailer's sitting on the ground.
mm-hmm.
You got to get it fixed. All of this, while all of this is going on, the insurance is coming in.
Yeah.
The work is slowing down.
Uh-huh.
You know, the other businesses are things are going on. You know,
But,
losing. You know,
but what's wild is if you were only in trucking mode, your business would be just booming, 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 booming. I mean, you wouldn't see anything going down, but you can't just be in trucking mode. You have to jump into that when you can and jump out of it when you got to focus on other things.
well, now being in it consistently doesn't still doesn't guarantee that it's booming, booming, booming.
Well,
Trucking is suffering right now.
dang. Well, yeah, true. So is that yeah? So how does that affect you? So, um, I know. I only know a little bit of it. I've heard of, you know, not shortages. I'm not sure what it is, but I've definitely heard of protests and truckers, and like something with logistics and just stuff is at a standstill, or at least that's what they make it appear to be.
And it is that. I mean, I'm not in freight. I'm in vehicles, but still, it's a slowdown. It's a slowdown with that as well. You know, my biggest Uh, my biggest, I don't know, persons that I do business with, their business is slow, which then entails makes my business slow.
Right. Right.
So the only thing that somewhat saves you is owning everything on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
So that means, if I'm slow, it's not like I got to pay my note or they going to come get it.
Right.
Thank God for that I own it. So if I'm slow, I'm just slow.
Right.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying? Um, and that's always been part of my philosophy. If you can get everything up front and not create a lot of debt, notes, stuff like that, when it is slow, you just weather that slow storm and you should be okay until it gets back to where it needs to be. But when those guys, and I've known a lot, those guys that wasn't able to, take care of everything on the front end, once it slows down, they can't keep those payments up, man.
Right. Yeah, because
So
they're what leasing everything.
yeah,
They don't own it, and then you got insurance on top of that.
oh yeah, gotta keep
Yeah.
that.
All
Gotta
their
keep
other
that.
bills,
Yeah,
employees maybe,
yeah.
maybe assistants or whoever, and it goes slow, and now all these bills are still coming.
Oh yeah, and no
Yeah.
money coming in, not enough.
Yeah.
So it's just yeah, a lot of people, man. It's one of those things to where it's a lot, and when, like I said, you lose a lot on the way. You lose a lot, man. You lose a lot of money. You lose friends, family, um, because you lose friends and family because a lot of people don't understand. So when you try to explain it, it's a lot of time it doesn't be received well. So
Hmm.
it's just kind of one of them things. But you know, um, but the
Hmm.
people that really care about you, and know how you are, know what kind of person you are, they'll be around. They'll hang around. You know, so that's
Okay.
what it is, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Man. Um. I know you got a topic on the board. Shannon is still going strong.
Yeah,
Shannon is going strong. I
Shannon
seen.
booming, man.
Oh yeah.
Shannon booming. And I mean, the stuff that they making up, messing with him about, is just making him better. Just making him more
Oh
popular.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like I just saw Godfrey on there, and what he said about that was that just means you made it.
yeah,
Yeah, if you're up there, he said, I wish they would say something about that about me. He
yeah.
said that means I made it.
That's it. Cause they trying to rock off of that.
Uh-huh.
They trying to rock off of that, and a lot of that stuff, like Mike Epps, man, he ain't got no problem with Shannon, but he looked at that as an opportunity.
Right. Right.
Let me say something about Shannon, and then it did give him a week or two of being on shows and people wanting to interview him. It gave him a week or two of that. And that's what it is, man. So Shannon he has to be able to, and I know it's hard, man, especially with somebody calling you, something that you claim you're not,
Yeah.
but that's what they're using. That's they go to.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and I don't know, has Shannon ever really been in the spotlight negatively like that? I mean, does he
Nah,
really he
I
doesn't
mean
yeah.
Shannon has been more popular since he's been doing the stuff with Skip than he was even playing football.
Hmm.
More people know him from that than playing football.
And there is no controversy with that other than Skip, with
That's it. Other
yeah.
than that last, that ending part with Skip and all
Yeah.
of that, you
Yeah.
know. But really, I mean, as much as you want to blame Skip, that helped Shannon.
Yes, it
That
did.
helped Shannon.
Yes, it did. I know I did not watch a single episode of that Skip and Shannon and Skip. I don't even know what it was called. I didn't watch a single episode of that, but I've seen at least 5 of this Club Shay Shay.
Yeah. Yeah,
So I mean, his audience has just expanded. I mean, I
yeah,
didn't think I'd have anything in common with Shannon, but now he's
right.
got these comedians on and stuff, and I love comedy. He's
Yeah,
got all these interviews, man.
because I mean, he catered to a bigger audience, kind of like what we did. We started out with the whole we're gonna do the sports and da
Hmm.
da da. And you quickly learn, man, that you got to go where it's hot at. You got to go where people are interested in hearing you. Yeah, we had a few conversations about sports, but for the most part, people not, they not. I mean, people like what they like, man, and they like debating. They like controversy. They like, what's going on in the news at the time. So.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
yeah, right now Shannon is he popping, man. He's
Yeah,
popping. He's popping. Um,
people like talking about people.
people do. People do, man. People do.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you something though, man. What do you think about you have a couple. One of them is a consumer, meaning one of them is a spender.
Okay.
They always want to spend. They always want to spend. They want to go out to eat. They want to, they're buying clothes. They're a spender. And then the other one is more so I'm not gonna say a saver, but more of you know, he's not spending as much money, or she's not spending as much money. You know,
You got one spending and one.
one spending and one more frugal with their money.
Okay.
Do you think that's a recipe for disaster, or do you think that's something that can?
No,
Uh,
I don't. And the reason I say that immediately is because I think it depends on the people.
mhm.
The person that's not frugal, they love spending. They love spending other people's money. Most likely, that's usually what it is. So then the person that is frugal, it depends. Are they only frugal with themselves, but they're okay with buying stuff for other people that need it or want it? Because
Mhm.
there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Or are they just frugal with everything? So then it's just kind of like, they're being taken advantage of in a way. I don't know.
Um, I guess. Um, if I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a big week of bill paying. Okay,
Okay.
you got this. This is one of your biggest week of bill paying, and you really don't have. Say you live a moderate lifestyle,
Hmm.
and you don't have a lot of money to throw around but you have money to take care of your responsibilities.
Right.
What's your thoughts on uh, keeping that money, taking care of your responsibilities? Not you don't have a lot. You don't have a lot. You got enough to take care of your responsibilities,
Hmm.
and not a lot more to go around.
Right.
Me personally, let me just say this. I'm trying to say this best way I can. Me personally, if I'm in that type of situation, I'm not looking to go and spend money at restaurants and stuff like that. I'm gonna find something. I'm going this week I gotta be disciplined because I got all this stuff going on that I have to take care of. So I'm gonna find something, even if and I'm a humble guy. Even if I gotta eat a sandwich and some chips, I'm cool with that. As long as it's something that'll fill me up.
Something basic.
Some basic. Some basic. You know. Um, would you say you that kind of person, or would you say you one of those people that
Ooh.
still feel like, well, I'm gonna still run the Chick-fil-A. I got $15 to go to Chick-fil-A.
Well, I'm pretty basic, but I'm not. I'm like bougie basic.
Mm.
If that makes sense, I'll go to Chick-fil-A, but I'll always get the same thing. Won't get extra. and I'm not gonna go many times. You know, I go a couple times a week, right?
Now
Uh,
this is when now don't forget the scenario. This is a big week for you, bill wise.
okay. You know, a big week. Yeah, big week. I'm not going to Chick-fil-A at all then. I'm actually pretty hungry throughout this week because not because I don't have the money, but
Yeah.
because and this is me
Mhm.
because I'm really focused on just even if I'm not focused 100% on making that money back, because let's say, you know, I just have a steady job, my
Mhm.
brain still just isn't focused on going anywhere that requires me to spend anything.
Right.
I'm making sandwiches every day if that's what's in my pantry for that week, you
Right.
know?
Right. So you're saying that your brain is focused on, okay, I got a big week this week, so I'm not trying to spend no unnecessary money.
Yeah, none.
That's to me, that's grown up. To me, that's grown up. Um, but you do have people, even with that, that will complain about,
Hmm.
I have to do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, and you'll still turn around and
I call
they,
them puppies.
huh?
I call them puppies. And the reason I call them puppies is because they always need entertainment. They always need something to you know. I gotta go to the club. I gotta get a drink. You know. I gotta like they just seem like puppies to me. You know, just so energetic, wagging their tail. Just you just spent 1,400 on rent for your apartment this week,
Yeah,
and you spent 500 or whatever on your car note,
right,
or that's coming up.
right. That kind
But
of thing. Yeah,
you still go to the club.
yeah.
You know, I mean, hey, I call that a puppy. Call that a
That's
puppy.
irresponsible to me, man.
Hmm.
That's irresponsible. I'm not gonna call them puppies, but I'm gonna say um, because I look at it, and not we use a go get some Chick-fil-A scenario, but you still got to get up, you got to drive your car, you got to do all that's gas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this is a big picture for me, and we talking about somebody who does pretty well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do pretty decent, but
Yeah.
still, you still have to have that humbleness to you, man. You still can't. I think once you get outside of that, that's when you have a lot. That's when you look around and these people had it or now they broke and they trying to figure it out and trying to get it back
Right.
because they lose that humbleness, feeling like no matter what. I mean, I'm good. That's beneath me. We can still go root Chris. Yeah, I had to pay
Right.
this and this and this week, but we can still go root Chris. And and that's what I'm talking about. You still have funds, but
Yeah.
you humble yourself when you have to, you know, um, disperse money like that. You
Mm-hmm.
say to yourself, let me chill out this week.
Mm-hmm.
Let me chill with myself. Let me humbly,
Yeah.
let me stay around the house until, you know, next couple of weeks I'm back at Root Crib. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But the people who, to me, man, the people who can't
Mm-hmm.
um, or don't, either one, they're not as bad off as they maybe claim.
Right.
That's one.
Right. They just complain more than they really.
They're just complainers. So you're really not that bad if you're, because the way I look at it, if you can still do all of these things and you still out, like you say, in the clubs and the
Mm-hmm.
restaurants or out shopping
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, you're really not that bad.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, that's one thing. Or the second thing is you just super irresponsible.
Right. Where you're not paying your bills because you're keeping up with all this other stuff.
Or I mean, or you're paying your bills, but you just living. To me, I call it you just living like a rock. You just living on the edge, and just
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it be okay
Yeah.
next week. You know what I mean?
Man, I'll tell you if I have enough in my account to pay the bills and feel comfortable enough, not like I'm gonna go spend it, but feel comfortable enough to go spend some money too. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we can go shopping or whatever and go out to eat and all that. I'm not complaining about the bills. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
exactly.
complain once.
Exactly. Me
You know.
either. Me either. I'm not
Now,
complaining.
now, when those times have come and that bill has come, and I'm like, man, if I pay this bill, I'm only gonna have 200 or 100 left in my account. You know,
Right.
I kind of sit for a day or two, like as if
Yeah.
I have a choice.
Yeah.
And then I end up, paying the bill, but like it's like I'm reluctant. I still don't really complain, but it's a silent protest.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
damn.
This guy said on this song, man, you got to have the heart of a lion and the mind of a broke guy.
Hmm.
And I mean, he was saying it like not like think like a like I'm broke, but think like you always hustling because you broke. So you
Right.
always feel like you got to get it. You always got to be resilient. You always got to be responsible. You always got to be disciplined.
Hmm.
That's what he meant when he said the mind of a broke guy.
There was
He said another
somebody.
word.
Right, right,
Huh?
right. No, there was somebody recently on social media said something about rich people and said something along the lines of when is enough money, like when is it too much money? Why are these people still striving so hard? And it's like,
Right,
well, that's the reason. For a lot of those people, it's not enough.
right.
There's no such thing as enough. You know,
But
I
you
got
know
a
what, man?
billion. Let me see if I can get 5 billion.
Right, right. Yeah, you're more wealthy white guys. Um, man, they t-shirts and jeans,
Oh yeah.
t-shirts and 501 jeans. Man, I mean $7 t-shirts and $13 501 jeans, regular sneakers from wherever. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
And these guys are worth millions, man. And I mean, that's how you keep your money, man. When you humble yourself
Yeah.
and you don't get too big head, like, I got all this, but I'm too good to eat a sandwich. I'm too good to stay home, you know,
Yeah.
um,
You said something there with
until
humble.
you put
That's
yourself
it.
in a better situation.
That's it. It's about being humble. That's it
Yeah,
right there. I mean, do you feel the need to get all these things to show off? Because really, I mean, it's not for you, right? It's not for you to
right,
just sit in your room and in your house, in your mansion or whatever, and just stare at all these nice things.
right.
Because you're not there to enjoy it anyways. You buy it, throw it in a corner, take a picture in it once. So it's
Yeah,
like, yeah, it really is about being humble.
that's it, man. I mean, people don't realize it's like what you said about the rich guys, man. You wanna once you make enough money, you at that point you're making money to give away. You gotta give otherwise Uncle Sam gonna take it. So you're
Right.
making money to give away, man. You're not making money because you think you want, you go buy these things that you want, and then once you drive them or wear it or whatever, man, it's like, yeah, come on, man. You know what I
I
mean?
I I wanted to get a pretty nice watch, so I mean it was my first time just getting a decent watch. I mean it was not a lot of money at all, but it's a nice watch.
Yeah,
I'll just say it's a $300 watch.
right.
I got it, and it still looks nice to this day and everything. And for the first couple months, I would, you know, be telling. I wouldn't even look at my phone. I look at the watch, tell the time and stuff, and always have it on my wrist.
Yeah,
And then eventually, that thing just ended up in my backpack.
yeah,
I mean, and I'd be looking around like, where is that watch?
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, and so now I try and keep up with it, but I noticed for a while there I was like just kind of slanging it around, just didn't really care where it was, how it fell, how any, just whether it got scratched up or anything. Fortunately,
right.
it's nice enough where it's not scratched up because it's made of good material, but like you buy it and it's just material. So
Yes,
imagine if I just was just buying more and more watches. If that wasn't enough, if I wasn't humble, and
Yeah,
I buy another watch and another one and another one, and they're just sitting around. I'm not trading them or anything. I'm not,
they just sitting there,
in
man.
the watch game.
Man, I probably got 30 watches, man. They in a watch box. I can't even wear them. I probably wear in rotation maybe 5 of them at a time. And because I don't really go nowhere like out like that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't even be I don't even have enough. I don't even go nowhere enough to rotate these watches.
Yeah, yeah.
And these
That's a
are
lot of
some
watches to
high end,
rotate.
yeah, these some high end watches, man. But it's I don't know, man. Me Velvet says it's a balance. Everything has to have a balance. One spins, one doesn't. One like to travel, one doesn't. It's all part of compromising in a relationship. Well, guys, a lot of women are like that. They don't have the same pressures of a man.
Hmm.
She also said, and sometimes they are just venting, not necessarily complaining. I don't know what the hell that means.
Oh,
Uh,
people were talking about their bills, complaining about their bills.
oh, okay, gotcha. And there are some people who just have an abundant nature, and so the universe allows. Uh,
Flow, flow. Most millionaires and billionaires make money for the thrill of making money, the hustle of it. Gotta love it. Hey, I'm not complaining. And we all have things we like to collect or possess. It's not necessarily a good or a bad thing, whether you use them or not. They're there for your enjoyment. And that's fine. But there is a level. There is a level. Like, I think having 30 watches and is perfectly within your means, and it's like, okay, you don't feel the need to go out and just keep buying the best and the biggest and wear the shiniest one every time you're out. It's
mhm.
like, I think that's different. That's just kind of, you're just building some value. You could sell those, and you probably will. and you
Yeah,
pro- but yeah, I think it's different. That's I don't what she said. Definitely, I agree with. I don't think it's necessarily a good or a bad thing to have the stuff. It's how you're getting the stuff and in what circumstances.
yeah. Um, I don't disagree either, but I do think it's a such thing as too much. Once you get 30 pairs of shoes, either you need to be giving some of it away or something. You know what I'm saying? Because 20 of those shoes are just collecting dust,
Oh yeah,
right? So, um, and that's cool. That's cool. You may can give it to Goodwill. You may can give it to somebody that's more needy or whatever the case may
Mhm.
be. So that's cool, man. It's just um, it's important to maintain a sense of humbleness, so you don't lose yourself, so you don't become um, a nuisance to other people. When you come around, your conversation is, you know, almost way too arrogant to bear. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, you wanna have it, and in so many ways, look like you don't have it. You don't want to be a walking cliche,
yeah, yeah,
in my opinion. You don't want to show up and you got these big necklaces on and all this jewelry on, and if people know, then they people know, they know, and things don't make you, because I know a lot of people got a lot of crap and they broke as hell. They broke as hell, but they got a lot of crap that they've accumulated over the years. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
There's hoarding too, but
Yeah.
But I wanted to say, what about those guys that aren't so they're not well off, they just got a basic job, probably work at Walmart, but they got 30 pairs of Jordans in their closet. I think someone like that is either just really particular and they're wearing all those shoes in rotation because they have a fit for each one, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or it's like a collection thing for them and they don't wear them and they keep them pristine and they're trying to sell them sometime or just keep them because they just love the collection.
Well, I think it's a couple of things for people like that. You find somebody like that based off what you're saying. They work at Walmart, but they got like 30 pair of Jordans.
Hmm.
I can guarantee you they don't stay. See, so what they do is they substitute one for the other. So you have people that will drive a moderate car,
Hmm.
live in a moderate apartment, and probably in the hood, but then they'll go out and spend $200 on Jordans.
Right.
But where they stay, they may hear gunfire throughout the night.
Yep.
Which, when you talk to somebody like you and I, we're gonna be like, man, that shit crazy. I don't want to stay nowhere like that.
No.
I don't want. Me personally, I wouldn't want my family to stay nowhere where I'm hearing gunfire.
Yeah, for me, it's a substitution. I don't have like the nice car. I own my truck, and then I drive a motorcycle,
Right.
and then I only got like I could probably count. I only got like maybe 8 pairs of shoes, and that's I don't even wear all of them. Some of them are old and about to get tossed out. So really, 4 that I probably wear. You know
Right.
what I mean? And I'm about to get rid of my clothes and get some new ones. But like it's it's a substitution. But I'd rather live in a house.
Yeah. 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 Um. I mean, I had a house before I got kicked out, and I mean, I'll probably have, I don't know, maybe 7 to 10, 12 pairs of shoes. But a lot of mine are dress shoes, tennis shoes. I don't have a lot of tennis shoes.
Mhm.
I have no like name brand shoes. I don't have never bought a pair of life. Um, I just regular Nikes or whatever I think looks good.
Yeah,
And
regular.
I'm not spending no more than $60 on some tennis shoes.
No,
You know.
no.
Um,
Academy has them for $30.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and they some nice shoes, man. I now let me tell you why I've always, and this is a little sentimental to me. Why I've always said I'm gonna have a nice car. When I was growing up, from as long as I could drive, I was promised a car. My cousins around me, same age, was getting cars. I was still walking. My friends around me were getting cars. I was still walking. So I was getting made these promises, and I never received the car. And so now you stack on top of me feeling like I'm a
Yeah.
great kid, not getting in no trouble, doing well in school, great in sports. What's going on? Everybody around me is getting a car but me. Even my younger cousins was getting cars. You
Yeah,
know,
you felt some kind of way. Oh
I
yeah.
felt some kind of way. I felt some kind of way. That actually did something to me back then, man. I was like, I couldn't understand it. Like, why am I always the passenger? I was always the passenger. So I promised myself at that age, I had to be 17 maybe, that I would always have a car. And that I would always have me a nice car. Because of that, man, I've always had a nice car.
Yeah.
You know? Um,
That's pretty humble because that's a promise you kept up with, and it's not like it was made out of vanity.
nah. And in the beginning I got a car that wasn't so nice and it always quit on me. I would
Mm-hmm.
find myself on side of the road.
Oh,
Car breaking down, car breaking down, car breaking down. And
good
I'm calling
times.
somebody, trying to push the car out the street, trying to do this, trying to do that.
Good times.
That was awesome times, man.
Yeah.
And I
Memory.
was like, this some bull jive, man. I would never have this issue when I get older. And so that's why, if nothing else, I'm gonna have a nice car. I mean, you know, I'm always have a good home, but I'm gonna always have give me a nice car, you know. So
Hey,
that's just kind of my little story, man. And it's a real story, and that's a real reason why, you know, I gotta have a car. You know what I mean?
hmm.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad feeling, man, when you always are getting picked up, and then sometimes you supposed to get picked up and your homeboy don't show because he
Ah,
ran he ran into some girl, and you sitting there waiting on him, and he like, hey, you called him, dog, where you at, man? Oh man, I ain't gonna make it, dog. I ran in. Oh Lord, man, what can I say? Let's
man.
go back in there and take my shoes off, man, and go to bed.
Ah. Oh
Yeah,
man,
ain't that something?
that is.
Yeah,
Um, the reason I got the motorcycle is because I got sentimental about paying those gas prices for my truck.
yeah,
I own the truck, but dang, at one point it cost like I remember you telling me how much it cost to fill your truck, but that's a different beast. But for me, it was like 140, 160 at one point when the gas prices were really high to get a full tank.
yeah.
And
Damn.
now I pay $8 a tank. so so I mean, I'm,
Yeah,
I'm not. I can't say I'm not going back. I'm actually putting my truck in the shop this week. I got it scheduled to go in because look, my truck has been sitting in that driveway ever since I moved in
you
October.
at the bank every day?
Every day,
For real?
and I'm saving money every day. I have not moved my truck an
What
inch.
about when it rains?
When it rains, I'm on the bike. Look, I think one day it was getting close to snowing. It's been cold. It's been hot. I mean,
And you on the bike?
I'm on the bike, keeping it in good condition too, real good condition.
Hey man, hey. I mean, that says a lot about you, man. That you'll hop on that bike and go in the rain and the cold. And
Man, man, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, and it's it's a bit of a hassle. I can't lie,
Mhm.
because I gotta smell like outside, gotta put my change of clothes in my bag, and yada yada. It's a little bit of a hassle and stuff, but
Yeah, yeah,
hey, man, the
yeah,
insurance is cheaper, the gas is cheaper, everything is cheaper,
yeah,
and it's fun, And when it's cold, it's a little hurts a little for like 20-minute ride,
yeah,
I'm okay.
yeah, yeah. Wow, I didn't know you was doing it like that, man.
I haven't driven my truck a mile since October, not a mile. When I moved in, I had to, get the truck over here. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Mm. Wow. Okay. 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 That says a lot, man. That says a whole lot.
I'm not trying to spend that money.
Yeah. Yeah. I get
uh,
it. I get it. Um, that's cool, brother. That's real cool. Well, look, man. Hey, great show, man. Good talking to you.
you too.
We just kind of winged it tonight. Um, yeah, but I thought it was awesome, bro. I thought
Heck
it was
yeah.
awesome.
Heck yeah.
Uh, I'm going to. I've never put an airbag on my trailer, but I'm gonna figure it out. I
When you
never
said
put that pump on my
airbag,
trailer, but I figured it out, man. Put it on myself.
when you said airbag, oh, you put it on yourself.
Yeah.
Cool, 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 cool. Heck yeah.
I
I
just
just
looked at how it came off and put it on the same way I took it off.
Now when you said airbag, I swear I was thinking like a, a compartment, like the
Nah,
panel. But then you said like under the truck. I'm like, what the heck is that? What is
it's
that?
under the trailer.
Under
It's
the
like I wish I had it. I show it to you, but it's It looks like a enclosed. Look like an enclosed rubber tire, and it just
Oh, I see it.
gives you a much easier ride. Um, Raises your trailer up so it won't be so low. Helps
Oh
the
yeah,
ride.
I
Yeah,
see it. Yeah, it's in between the tires.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, like this rubber thing with it got the
mhm, yeah,
okay, yeah. So that went out on you, and you reinstalled that.
yeah. It busted.
Mm,
I was going down
mm.
the street. You just heard it explode. I knew it was either it was something. I was just hoping it wasn't a tire, and
Right,
I got out
exactly.
of it, and it was an airbag.
Let me
Yeah,
really quick these things.
yeah, yeah,
Ah, ah.
yeah.
Hey man, DIY. There ain't no point in going and pay somebody $500 when you could get the part yourself and follow a
I
YouTube
got
video
the part. I
or
just got to put it. I mean, because somebody would charge me, man. Probably just put that on, and that thing has one bolt, what bolts down to the trailer,
oh
and
wow,
then you have two air hoses that fits on top.
easy.
So if I took that somewhere, man, they would charge me the minimum plus they would try to find something. Just the
Yep.
people that you deal with. Hey Vince, man, I'm here, and you got this leak here, and then before you know it, man, they gonna hit you for 700-800 bucks.
Because it's for work, do they hit you with the whole, I know this is, for work and stuff, so you want to ride, you want to be protected and blah blah blah. So I want to let you know you also got this. Is that how they come at you?
Yeah,
Mm, mm,
yeah,
mm.
yeah. Me forever. Have y'all heard about all the controversy going on with the Nickelodeon child stars, with all the molestation going on and trafficking? You heard about that?
I heard a little bit about it. I,
Hmm.
I haven't looked into it yet, but I don't know if you're familiar with Drake and Josh.
Nah, not really.
It
They're
was
Nickelodeon stars.
yeah, a Nickelodeon show, and one of the main guys was had an interview and said, yeah, yada yada. This came out. I was molested by this director by name, named him and everything, and
Really?
said, there was a case where he was anonymous. Nobody knew that it was him, but there was a case where they actually filed a suit against the guy, and I think the guy went to jail. And so he's finally coming out and saying that anonymous person was me, when I was younger. So it's like, dang,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
But there's others too. So
Really?
yeah.
Man, it's amazing, man. That we get older, man. We find all these predators was out there, and
Mm-hmm.
these people we thought was just cool people, man. It's just crazy. But again, you know, when certain people, man, get so much money, they think they can do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
No matter how despicable, they think they can do whatever it is they want to do, man.
Some money, some power,
Yeah,
and yeah, that's it. Mm.
yeah. She says a documentary on it. All the adults are coming out. Now they're adults. They're coming out. Wow, wow.
Because at the time they had to make the money. They wouldn't be where they're at today if they, you know,
Yeah,
came
they had
out.
to take it and go back to work.
Yeah.
Wow, that's sad, man. I hate that. I hate that.
Golly.
Yeah, I hate that, man. Anyway, little bro, we gonna get up out of here, man, and have a great weekend, man. And man, let's get together next week, bro.
Let's
Until
do it.
peace.
Peace.